so steamy. Good morning, welcome to another Daisy Pets video. If you are new here, my name is Morgan and I blog about all things dog and living with a dog in New Zealand. Currently it's about midday and I'm on to my second coffee. I've had a really lazy morning this morning. It's Monday, and so I thought I was going to do a week in my life, if that's what you're into. I get Mondays off of work, and this morning I had a lazy one. I laid in bed, I had a long shower, I went back to bed, and so now I'm just doing a few home tasks, having a coffee, and then I'm going to walk Diego. I have been hyping a drunk Q&A for about months now. I filmed it. It was a disaster. Let me just show you a few of those clips. This lighting is really not doing much for me. What do ya do? Drunk Q&A. So that's weird that I'm a dog blogger. For lighting. My kids shouting outside. The other day I bought these sour squirms from the Natural Confectionery, and I can't stop thinking about them, so I'm going to try them. Can you hear my jaw popping? These are delightful. The orange ones are really good. I don't know who Roxy is. The name is not familiar to me. I'm gonna get these weird ones out the way because once they drink a bit more, I probably won't answer as good. The next one is, what's your ideal date and what's your ideal man? Looks and attributes. What's funny, let me tell you a story. When I was younger, I told Mum I would never ever own a brindle dog because they're boring. And after doing Tinder and Wanganui, Wanaka was exciting. That kind of gave me that extra push to want to come here sooner because I wanted to see his little face. Alright, last question. I think the reason it's not funny drunk, it's just like, what am I saying drunk? Like, it's rambling. So what I've decided to do instead is during the length of this vlog, I'm going to answer those same questions. It's going to be sober, I'm currently on antibiotics, but I feel like the questions need to be answered. I'm going to be honest anyway, but I think it's going to be better because it's not funny, it's just like, come on, spit it out, Morgan. Say what you need to say. If you aren't following us or you don't watch content, I recently moved to Wanaka from Wanganui, so that's a different island, different city, quite far away. And a lot of the questions revolve around that. So like, what makes Cromwell and Wanaka so special to me? How did I move? How did I find it? Things like that. Firstly, if you haven't seen it and you want to know more about the move, I do have a video that I've made, which will be linked here. Because then it will fill up. Yeah, here. Here. So the first question is, what makes Cromwell and Wanaka so special to me? And that's a hard one. I have lived in Wellington my whole life. I lived in Upper Hutt, born and raised there, and then I moved to Wanganui when Mum moved there. And I was there for about a year this last time. And although it was amazing being close to my family and having like that aspect of it, I hated Wanganui. There was no walks or hikes that were that close apart from one. The people, I just didn't find like any connections there. And then I house sat for Lou for 6-7 weeks over Christmas and the January period, and I just fell in love with the whole region. Just everything about it, every person I met was super into the same things as me, so hiking, adventuring, like just living life to the max. The scenery is incredible, like everywhere you look there's something spectacular to look at, which also includes the ability to walk and hike these amazing mountains and things. So a lot of them are not dog friendly, but there are so many that even the small percentage that are dog friendly means that there is a lot of places to adventure around here, which during summer was incredible. Like I really made the most of it, and then that made me want to move down here permanently because I just fell in love with everything about it. You've got the water from the lakes, you've got mountains, you've got like, you can be hiking, you can be kayaking, you can be doing boat things, you can swim, like there's just so much options here. And yeah, I've really fallen in love with the area, and now since living here, like I think I've been here 3 or so months now, and it's been non-stop busy. Like everyone I've met I've become really good friends with, and we've done heaps of adventures and snowboarding, and it's just really what I actually thought it was going to be, which is amazing. So yeah, I'm really happy here. We've had to change to the GoPro because my camera died, so we're charging that, but for now GoPro and washing the kitchen floors. While I do this, I'll just quickly answer another question, which was what made me have that final push to move to Wanaka. Now, as you can see from the video that I did make, it was kind of like I decided I wanted to go and move down here, but I was a bit worried about how cold it was because I'm a little summer bunny and I love the heat. And so I hadn't really wanted to do winter down here. I was going to move in summer. And then I did kind of want to do winter because I wanted to do snowboarding, but I also didn't want the cold. And then during lockdown I realised how much I just wanted to go do more exciting things and live my life. Like with lockdown, which a lot of people I think realised, was that you realised what you were doing with your life before and you wanted to do more. So that gave me the final push to kind of leave and just do more. Okay, oh shit. Sometimes you're so stupid. I've laid on the floor for a bit, which was great, but I nearly fell asleep. My bedroom has got messier during the day instead of cleaner. However, I did clean the floor. Wonderful, clean, so just gotta wait for that to dry. But I might walk Diego now. Hey? You wanna go for a walk? It's warm in here. But yes, I'm gonna go walking. I'll bring this little GoPro for any sights we may see. Here is the day. That's mountains. That's a mountain. There's more mountains. Cool. Okay. Let's go for a walk. The question I got asked quite a bit was how I go out with Diego since he is so reactive and how I cope on walks. What I do is when I do let him off leash, I make sure I can see both parts of where a dog would have come from. So like right here's a good spot to play ball because I can see all the angles and we'll be able to see a dog before it arrives. Like there's one coming. So then we walk on. That's a little tip. So like your dog still gets off leash time as long as you know you can recall them if a dog does approach from either one of the angles. It's perfectly like, it's a good way of doing it because you can see a dog coming, put them on a leash, recall. If you don't have a great recall on your reactive dog, I would recommend a long line for this kind of play, or just keeping them on a leash and just doing off leash time somewhere else, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's one of my tips on how to work with a reactive dog while out and about. What you doing, Diego? You want to go see the rapids? You want to go for a walk? Yeah? You want to go for a walk? Good morning. So it's about just before 8. I've just woken up. I'm still wearing my pajamas. And so I'm just taking Diego for a quick walk to the rabbits. Just because Look at the sunrise. It's not even doing it justice, this camera. But yeah, I had to get up and do this because it was so beautiful, but I look like shit and I'm cold. Diego! He just had a dead rabbit in his mouth. You little shit. Had to get up to do this walk. What are you doing? This morning is beautiful. Alright, it's later now. You can't tell, but I did shower. I just didn't wash my hair. I've got a hot water bottle down my shirt because it's freezing and I'm working. But I thought I'd answer another question. Someone asked, is Diego your dream dog? No. My dream dog wouldn't be a psycho, and Diego is a psycho. Is he a great dog? Yes. Should you be jealous that I have Diego? Yes. Where did you get Diego? Was he a rescue, trade me pup, etc.? So controversial. I got Diego from a pet store. I got Diego obviously like 5.5, nearly 6 years ago. And at the time, I had been looking for a border collie puppy. So I'd been researching breeders and all that, and I was set to get, like I wanted a border collie puppy. I had done all my research for border collies and things like that, and that is what I was wanting. So I was after a dog. Now, all my life, my dream is to have had a male dog. So a spotty dog was all I wanted. And I was going to the pet store to pick up stuff for the rabbit and guinea pigs, and there was Diego. And as a puppy, he was spotty. Then after that, I done some research and found out that that pet store has been buying dogs from a puppy farm up in Leven, who has like dash hounds and other small like fluffy dogs in this big barn where she breeds them, and they buy from there, and they've had lots of puppy deaths and things like that. So not an ethical place in the slightest. Diego was an accident puppy of theirs. They didn't want a staffy dash hound, but that's what they got.
And I feel like it nicely is like,
come on, get out from under the bed.
All this facade people have built, it's like, yeah. It's so funny.
Come on, you got under there. Come on, you can do it.